Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Jaren Jackson.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the one spot. And for Memphis, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Wells. And it's Edey in at the 5 down low. And Greg, what stands out for both of these rosters is that they both feature top-tier athleticism.
And Kevin, that bodes well for us, right? There's a lot of speed, some great athleticism. I'm sure we're going to get some highlight reel plays tonight.
Well, we know all about Morant's unreal athleticism, but his vision is what really sets him apart.
Three-pointer Randle. Edey with the rebound. Morant kicks to Bane. Pass to Jackson. Fires from deep. Minnesota with the rebound. Right side, Edwards. Gobert with it from outside the arc. Sinks the triple.
Well, excellent read there by Edwards. He saw someone had a better shot, and he got them the ball.
Memphis with the ball. Morant with it. Conley picks him up. And they double up Morant. Bane passes to Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Count that one. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Edwards against Bane. Pass to Gobert. Launches it. And it's rebounded by Morant.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. 4-on-3 break. And a wide open look for Bane. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Morant. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Minnesota. The kick out to Bane. From outside, off the mark. It's Gobert with the ball for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. Conley into the lane. And it's in off the backboard.
Great recognition there from Conley. He saw an opening and took it.
Grizzlies have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Back to Morant. Connects from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies for just a minute, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Santi Aldama's checked in for Wells. Edwards against Bain. Morant with a wide-open look. Hits it from three-point range. Morant's got his second basket of the night.
Well, normally Morant is scoring off the dribble. Good to see him being effective off the ball.
Out to Edwards. Right wing. This one for three. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Aldama can't hit. Timberwolves trail. So stand the Grizzlies trio of John Morant, Desmond Bain, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
Now here's Randall. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. And there's a whistle. That goes on Zach Edey. That is his first foul of the game. Kennard, he's checked in for Jackson. Minnesota also with the sub. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. Conley against Kennard. That puts them in the lead. Conley's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Morant with the bucket.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Kennard covering. Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Memphis trailing here. Pass to Kennard. Back to Morant. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Aldama slams it in.
You throw that ball anywhere near the rim, Aldama will stuff it.
The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Here's Alexander Walker. Randall with the ball. Now defended by Bain. Alexander Walker passes to Conley. A three-pointer off the mark. Memphis has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Ruff's jacked in, and it's Jaren Jackson in for Bain. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Miller comes in for Julius Randle. Edwards, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Buff, no good. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. There's the 3. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. To the middle, 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Pippen can't hit.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Reed against Pippen. Reed kicks to DiVincenzo. There's Miller with the 3. Drills it from outside. And the Timberwolves lead by 2. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Minnesota.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on it.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Anthony Edwards. Also, Dante DiVincenzo's out there. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Naz Reid. And it's Minot in at the 4 spot. Here's Pippen following the bucket by the Timberwolves. He's looking for Aldama and finds him. And he drops it in from the low post. Aldama's got his second bucket.
And at 7 feet tall, Aldama can burn you inside. Even with the contact, he's tough to contain at times.
And that one, good. Alexander Walker's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Timberwolves. And here's Pippen. His last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to Kennard. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal. Well, modern-day big men can hit threes and guard multiple positions. That's Jaren Jackson.
Here's DiVincenzo. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pippen, the pass to Kennard. Back to Pippen. Rebound, Minnesota. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Jackson a screen on Edwards. Hits Pippen on the wing. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Reid against Kennard. It's Edwards on the wing. Aldama with the rebound.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Kennard's shot is off.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all. Edwards.
Oh, Edwards!
Among the best athletes in this league, Anthony Edwards taking flight.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. So timeout call here. The first for Memphis.
Timeout call for Memphis. Get down, man. On the court is your hype bar. Who wants a t-shirt?
Some changes here for the Grizzlies. Wells is checked in for Santi Aldama. Bain comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here's Wells. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Randall kicks to McDaniel. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. McDaniel's got 8. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And they double up Jackson. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Huff passes to Morant. Here's Huff. Out to Morant. 4 on the clock. Jackson has the open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, that's his third three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the second, so he might be heating up.
And it's blocked. Outside, Bain. Morant against Edwards. Pass to Huff from the arc. Randall grabs the board. Timberwolves leading by 10. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Well, this offense is so much better when Jackson moves the ball.
Here's Conley. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Santi Aldama's checked in for the Grizzlies. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the Grizzlies with possession here. It's a 10-point game. Here's Morant. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Gobert with a wide-open look. Drills the three-pointer. Gobert's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
Wow. Gobert showing some quickness on that shot.
Pass to Wells. Here's Huff. Memphis moving that ball around. Good work there as it goes. Aldama's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. And the Timberwolves with possession here after Memphis gets the 3. Conley against Bain. Pass to McDaniels. Now Randall. Lock at 6. Off target from 3-point range. Morant with it. Conley picks him up. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The offensive rebound. Aldama gets the bucket. Aldama's got it back down to single digits for Memphis.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. And here is DiVincenzo. Here's McDaniels. Wow! Huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Please have your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot 1.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
Taking a look here at the Grizzlies, they haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture that magic? I think it starts with raising the intensity level. Become more aggressive, night after night, fight after fight. Aggressive is right.
And looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the Grizzlies.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game, which I'm sure Coach is reminding them of. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we're seeing from Jaden McDaniel.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Wells is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Edey in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Edwards. Here's Conley. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Bane drawn the double team. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, we know he can space the floor, but Jackson is still at his best in the paint.
That's to Gobert. Now here's McDaniel. The three. Gobert dishes to Edwards. What a shot by Edwards.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
And here's Edwards. After the three-pointer from Desmond Bane. And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
And he can't get the first one. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
So he comes up empty, missing both. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Outside, Bane. Back to Morant. Jackson in the corner. No good on the three. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Anthony Edwards.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Morant scanning the floor. And Morant moves it down.
Yeah, there have been very few players at 6'2" who've played above the rim like Morant.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
All right, then. The first ladies of the forum are ready to take the court. Give it up for your Grizzlies.
You put one of these guys on the stripe, boy, you better just chalk up the points. These are the top free throw shooters since the All-Star break. Second, Desmond Bane.
And one look at his numbers since the break, and you can see how comfortable he's been at the foul line.
Timberwolves leading by 9. Right side, Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, once Edwards saw his opening, it was game over. He delights in sticking it to you like this.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside, Bane. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Randall right side. Outside Conley. Jacks up a 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Conley's got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves. Over to the left wing. Now here's Morant for 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Edwards inside. Guarded by Bane. A 3. Conley's shot is off. Memphis has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Number 9, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Here's Morant. He's got 13. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Pass to Wells. Jackson with it. He's got 11. It's stolen by Edwards. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Looking to end the run, and good. That the English have time as it falls. Bane's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, if you overplay Bane on the perimeter, he can take you inside.
Conley up top, guarded by Morant. And here's Edwards from the arc. And it's Morant with the rebound. Morant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Krell's wide open. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 7th assist here tonight. Here's Conley, and it's Morant with the rebound. Morant's got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low, here's Heaney, and he goes in for the dunk.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Conley, the pass to Randall, takes a 3, hits the 3-point bomb. Randall's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
1:06 left in the 3rd. And it's Morant missing.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Alexander Walker passes to Gobert. Alexander Walker finds Gobert. Just 5 to shoot. Conley with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. On the wing, Bane. To the inside. Jackson misses. Minnesota leading by 15. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Edwards dishes to Randall. Conley for 3. Nailed from 3-point land. Conley's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Randall passes to Gobert. Beyond the arc. No good on the shot. And so it's Mike Conley making highlights for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He delivered 9 points from 3-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. Right back after this break. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The Grizzlies trail by 18, and so in the game for the Timberwolves, you've got Naz Reid, Anthony Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it's Garza in at the 5, roaming the paint. Timberwolves shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. Pass to Reid. And Reid throws it down.
Well, showing off his power. Reid gave the dunk everything he had.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. They trail by 18. Pippen is doubled. Here's Huff. Here's Wells. And he's good on the 3-ball.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
DiVincenzo finds Reid. To the wing right side. Here's Garza, and out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Joe Ingles is checked in for Minnesota. Clark comes in for Alexander Walker. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Pippen. Yep, that one goes. Now DiVincenzo. Pass to Reid. Clark outside. And the 3-ball is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Pippen. Huff passes to Aldama. All alone. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 16. Edwards dishes to Ingles. And it's Clark in the corner. No good on the triple. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Pass to Aldama. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. For 3, Edwards slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
He was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Pippen, the pass to Bain. The tray. Ingles with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Go back in my Rolodex here. Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Big grid substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Joe Ingles. McDaniels is checked in for Clark. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Outside, Edwards fires the 3. And it's Morant with the rebound. Morant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Bain. That 3 off the mark.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
McDaniels dishes to Gobert. For 3, Edwards. Good on the 3-point shot. Edwards got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for Minnesota.
And those aren't the type of 3-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Outside Jackson. Got a piece of it. Edwards with it. Guarded now by Jackson. McDaniels kicks to Randall. Conley for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 6 assists here tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Edey. Back to Morant. Here's Wells. A second chance effort. And Bain with the layup. Bain's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, after that tough first half, you hoped he'd find his way to bounce back and get things going here in the second.
Randall against Jackson. Edwards kicks to Conley. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. On defense, the Timberwolves. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Pass to Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 13 points for Jaren Jackson.
Well, he's the defensive anchor, but Jackson Jr. is reminding everyone he is a force on offense as well.
DiVincenzo. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside, Bain. Good, and a nice assist for Morant. Bain's got 12 points here in the second half.
Yeah, anyone can appreciate the skillfulness of Morant's passing.
DiVincenzo against Bain. Clark the pass to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Miller kicks to DiVincenzo. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a show of strength for the Timberwolves.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split, 2 games apiece.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And the dunk by Wells.
High-level passer, even for a point guard. Morant shows the imagination.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Cans it from downtown.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And it's good, 2 points.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Off's jacked in. Santi Aldama comes in for Jackson. Jackson, he's checked in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for John Morant. And a change for the Timberwolves. Garza's checked in. On the free throw, no good. And so it's Memphis with it. The kick out to Bain. Takes the three. Aldama can't hit. Timberwolves on offense. Fires from way outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Clark.
Substitution on the court.
"12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the right side. Wells kicks to Bain. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Would you